Can you really eat enough protein if you only eat one meal a day? Let's talk about it. Despite the fact that I'm usually a worrywart, I have not ever really worried about getting enough protein. But this is a common question I get in the comment section. People are wanting to know, like, how do you get enough protein if you only eat one meal a day? So I kind of delved into it because I thought, I don't know, like, am I getting the right amount of protein? I mean, I felt like I was. Since 2016, I've been practicing OMAD for about 5 to 6 days out of the week. And I feel like my health is great. You know, I don't get sick that often. If I do get sick, I recover really quickly. If I get injured, I tend to heal quickly. And I don't get a lot of cavities. My energy levels are good and I sleep well. So, you know, that's my own kind of measure of health. And I don't measure how much protein I get. I just kind of like eat the food we have. I eat basically the foods that we've always just had on hand. That's the way I've always eaten. And so that's how I continue to eat. But since people seem really concerned about this, I thought, okay, well, I'll look it up and see, like, how much protein are you supposed to get? And is it possible to get that with OMAD? So now this is really going to depend on who you rely on as your authority for how much protein should a human being get. And I get that there's a lot of different opinions on there, but I decided to go with, like, what do the mainstream people recommend? And so the Mayo Clinic, Harvard Health, and the NIH, the National Institutes of Health, they all recommend 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. So let's just take a 150-pound woman. If you want to convert her weight to kilograms, that would be 68 kilograms. And then you would multiply 68 times 0.8, and that would give you 54.4 grams of protein recommended per day. Now, the British Heart Foundation actually recommends slightly less than this. They say 0.75 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, but we're just going to go with 0.8. So, can a woman eat 54 grams of protein in an OMAD? And the answer is, at least I can. So of course you can look all this up on nutrition labels, but I'll give you some examples of ways you could get 54 grams of protein in just one meal. If you sat down and had 2.5 average sized chicken thighs, you would meet that requirement. Or you could have a 7-ounce chicken breast. Or if you were feeling fancy, you could have a 10-ounce ribeye steak, which actually gives you 69 grams of protein. Or you could eat a little over half a pound of ground beef. Even if you ate nothing else, you would hit your protein requirements. Of course, it would not be enough calories. And remember, you also get protein from cheese and eggs, and even things like white rice have protein in them. But putting that aside, you know, the thing about OMAD is it's not as if you are taking, you know, 3 regular sized meals and then you're just eating one and that's OMAD. That's not really how it works. OMAD is like taking those 3 regular sized meals and squishing them all together into one big meal. So it's really no more difficult to get the right amount of protein, whether you do it at 1 big meal or 3 smaller meals. Now, this is not medical advice because I am not a doctor or a nutritionist or a dietitian or even a scientist. But I did try my best to use good resources. As always, I would recommend you go do your own research and decide for yourself what you believe about all this. Now, OMAD is not for everybody. If you are not the type of person who really likes to eat big meals, then you'll probably be better off doing something, you know, like maybe just 2 meals a day, or by doing intermittent fasting, doing something maybe like a 16-8 or an 18-6, where you can have, you know, smaller meals throughout your eating window. Basically, you just have to figure out what works for you. So hopefully you found that helpful. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Chances are, since you just watched that video, you're on the weight loss journey yourself. And I just wanted to let you know that I do have some more resources available to you. First of all, I have lots of freebies on my website, 6milestosupper.com/freebies. On that page, you can find lots of downloads and printables that will help you on the weight loss journey. And I've written 3 different books to help you through the process. Also, I have a course on Teachable, Intermittent Fasting for Weight Loss 101. And this takes you through the entire process of weight loss with intermittent fasting, from how to get started, and then how to build your plan and customize it to your own life, and finally, how to keep it off for the rest of your life. And I also offer weekly office hours so that you can get your questions answered directly by me. Also, there's the option to join this channel. When you become an insider, you get access to the vlog I do. I also hold an additional live Q&A just for members. The links to all these things are in the description.